Ladies and gents, 400 subs coming up quick. Let me know what color you want this beard to be after that happens. Drop it in the comments below. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. This is the big one we've all been waiting for. Manchester City versus... it's New York City FC versus Inter Miami in downtown tropical Miami in July 27th. Gonna be warm as hell, and I really wish I was there right now. Do you see what I'm dealing with? Outside right now, it snowed. Only a little. But then you still get the slush on top of it. Rained, and it's just all crappy now. But anyway, number 1 versus number 2. Tottenham versus Liverpool. Oh, wait. I don't want to be the Tottenham in this situation. Oh well. But first, we have a few things that we have to hash out. Schedule-wise, quickly, we've done very well since that just annoying 3-all draw against Real Salt Lake. We did beat LA Galaxy yet again at home 1-0. Minnesota away from home 1-0. And then New England Revolution, which we should have kicked their asses. It was only 2-1. And I have a friend, Kosa, who says that I really should have got rid of Higuain. And may have been right, but I think he's got like 18 goals this season. And sadly, they have really not come on any recording days. So I may switch him out today just to see if that breaks the curse. But next up, we do have a couple transfers to show you. First up, our boy Carranza is back. Potential, current ability, not too shabby. I fairly average for the league, I would assume. But the number of 12s and 13s above the 9s and 10s generally is better than most of the other players that I've seen. So, except for the exceptional players where you get like a 16, 17, or 18 here and there. So overall, he's not too bad, and I'm pretty happy with him. He only played in that game so far against the Revolution. He did have an assist, 7.2 average rating. Hopefully he'll grow from here. But next up we have Matej Oravec. No idea if I'm pronouncing that right. 23-year-old Slovakian. Again, slightly average. Stamina is doing terrific. He looked better on paper than he did in real life. He's not been too bad. You can see 704. He's played 7 games, so he's been here a little while. 7 games? Oh, not 7 games. I'm going to have to turn off my webcam for this, because you can see he played for the Philadelphia Union for 3 appearances. Or for 4 appearances, 3 for us. That got me a little worried. Beautiful face back on. But the important part was he can play in a DM and a DC role. So I kind of needed that with Trap as really our only DM person, a body that can play in that position now that Montevide's gone. So I kind of needed that in. One more. So one issue I did have with Oravec is that he's Slovakian. He's an international player. I really wanted to bring an actual midfielder in as well. However, Oravec came in right after the last meetup. And right after I kind of did Carranza, I then played the game and then finished recording, and then immediately I went after Oravec. The problem is I read it wrong, and I thought it said with this player you would have 7 out of 8 international slots. So I thought I would have another one available. Unfortunately, he was the 8th. So I'm done with internationals apparently for right now, unless I got rid of someone, but kind of sucks. I did have a midfielder, looked fairly good. I forget his name right now off the top of my head. He wasn't international though. I had a transfer already arranged for him. He could not come in because I was already capped. But with that, I do have Mark McKenzie come in, formerly, again, beautiful face go, he formerly of the Philadelphia Union, again, just like Oravec. So they kind of know each other, I would imagine. But he can play in DC. He can sort of unconvincingly or competently play in DLDR, which is nice to see. So if I need someone to fill in for the back roll, those 2 sidewinders, I can kind of deal with it. He's not too bad. He has not been lights up on this so far in the last 2 appearances that he's been with us. We'll see how he does. He is an American, so that is very important. Both are on like 99,000 and below. So wage-wise, we're doing well. It did go up a little bit over that 4.045. And you can see, who can I try? Contract. God. You can see the general allocation money has gone down slightly. What was it, 8 something? And now it's at 650. So there is still room to play if I need to bring in someone. Unfortunately, there's really no one out there. If I look at the players, they're all, they all expect some kind of, some kind of fee for them, or they're on high wages, or the biggest issue, no Americans. I mean, Joe Castro right here from the Inter Miami Academy, so I can pick him up. But there's no information. Knowledge level 80%. How do I not know about this dude? But I mean, he doesn't look all that terrific just yet in the last couple of matches, I guess, performing below average in every key area, key statistics for the creative role. So beyond that, I did forget to tell you specifics about the Alvis Powell deal, which was 50,000 to QPR, and then Blaise Matuidi went to AS Saint Etienne for 425. I really kind of wanted to get more, but at the same time, he was only worth about 400. Now he's valued at 1.3. Oh, mother of God. But damn, look at that. Aggression, brave. Oh, I still don't understand the aggression part, but bravery, concentration, determination. Yeah, I should have gotten rid of Higuain. Oh well. But speaking of the man himself, he did come down with the MLS Player of the Week. One appearance, 7.8 average rating, or rating. 2 goals in that last match. Did fairly well, and some of them were really good goals. However, with that Player of the Week, he dedicates it to me. Aww. Inter Miami's Gonzalo Higuain has told Goal that his head coach Sefian was key reason for the consistent form that recently won him the MLS Player of the Week award. The Argentinian international has been lethal for Inter Miami this season, leading the club's scoring charts with 18 goals in 23 appearances. So, I mean, on paper and away from recording, he's done fairly well. Unfortunately, I don't know if I'm going to play him today. I may not start him. We'll have to see. But with that said, into the match we go. So wait, it says 7 out of maximum of 8 internationals, so I did read it right. How was I not allowed to bring that other player in? Well, I finally found the player. It's Luis Carlos, 36-year-old Brazilian. He was coming in for something like 290K a year. So doable with the general allocation money that we do have. And you can see he's got some fairly good stats overall. Teamwork of 16 is fantastic. Work rate of 11, kind of average, but some 15s and 14s, so pretty good for this type of player. He is 36 years old. He's a little older. So for some reason, I could find this guy in our transfer history page, but I couldn't find the actual email saying that the board canceled the transfer. I don't know why that is. I went back through a couple of different saves or save files, and I don't know why I couldn't find that. But I did find this guy. Really wish I could have brought him in. I'm going to have to take a look at him again and see if he's available. So, welcome back. Here's the problem. It has been 2 weeks since the last time, the first part of this recording, and I've been doing nothing but clicking. Here's one of the issues if you ever decide an MLS save. Transfer market. It's not just a couple of months, twice a year, or twice a season. It's almost the entire freaking thing. And so FM, when it decides to give you your transfer, your scout meeting with your general manager or your scouting head, your head scout, whatever you want to call it, it's usually set up where it'll give you, during the transfer season itself, it'll give you maybe 1 week, 1 report a week, and then you got to click through it, fine, whatever. In the MLS, it's every 2 to 3 days. Scouting meeting on the 11th. Where's the other scouting meetings? Scouting meeting on the 9th. I mean, it's every 2 days. Scouting meeting on the 7th. And you got to click through 13 to 20 players. You're like, oh, for fuck's sake. But we have another issue that I kind of need to get to. The game is today. So I'm not worried about that right now. Well, I'm worried about that. It's going to be a hard as shit game. But I have one kind of issue. Pizarro has an offer from Arsenal. Arsenal are first in the league. Somehow. Dumbfounded on that. But I've stalled it for right now. It's an $8 million offer. I was kind of thinking I'm going to go high with this, and there's no way they're going to ever accept that. Except they did. So $8 million for Pizarro, who's worth $4 million. I don't want to let him go. However, one of the other issues, he hasn't been playing for us for several weeks to about 2 months because he's been on international duty, which is a freaking annoyance with the MLS because of the way their season runs from January or December to, the end of the year. They don't run on the same schedule as most European clubs do. But I don't want to lose him. But for 8 million, that could be a good chunk of change to bring someone in. Plus, it opens up a designated slot. Plus, it opens up an international slot. Oh, this is why the MLS is kind of hard as shit to manage. And again, all these freaking players. So I think this is how we're going to line up today. I do have Higuain back in front simply because of his 18 goals and 715 average rating, 734 in the last 5. So not too bad. I do have Carranza on the bench. So we'll see how he does. This is going to be a tough game. So we have Robles, Sweat, McKenzie, Figal, and De La Garza in the back. Oravec, Aguadelo, and Trapp in the midfield. Pizarro, Higuain, and Morgan up top. Morgan I just gave a new deal to because he kind of bitched and moaned. And he actually has been fairly good, even though he did have that injury little issue. But so I first learned about New York City FC. I didn't even realize that they weren't around for much of the beginning MLS. But when David Villa went there, I kind of learned a lot about it. Or not a lot about it, but, you know, as much as I could. And Higuain, run. That's what you're supposed to do, is run. We're on a positive mentality, which may seem odd. We are in Miami, so again, I always think the home advantage really hits well in FM. Higuain has no space. They have 6 people behind us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Honestly, the more I think about Pizarro, the more I'm kind of inclined to sell him. Not because he's obviously a bad player, not definitely because I don't want him. However, 8 million is a very nice bank account right there. What kind of jump was that? It was coming, I guess. 4 minutes in, it was coming. 4 minutes in, and it was coming. However, Arsenal are first. I have a feeling he's going to be pissed if we say no. And so we're going to have to really sweet talk him to kind of keep him to stay. And I don't know if I can keep him to stay after this year anyway. So I'm kind of thinking about it so far. Oh my God, Trap right over the bar. Right over the bar. Could have been like 15 feet. I don't know, but still. So we have been listed as one of the top passing teams in the entire league. That seems to be... Oh, thank God. That seems to be kind of in FM what my role is the passing type of coach. I'm enjoying it because the passing, I like short, crisp passes to individual players, but it doesn't always translate into what I want on Higuain. But we do get the yellow cards. A lot of yellow cards. Oh, come on. How does that even work? That makes 0 sense. Oh my God, that just blew this game wide open. Not for the good. So you have a great pass or a great stop right there. I mean, the ball's like right here on his foot. He's kicking it out. And Robles can't stop that? There's no power in that shot. Oh, I can't go attacking because you guys have sucked so far. So Higuain, bringing it up, is not the paciest guy. Apparently is a bad passer as well. So that's going to be... Is that going to be... Yep. That's going to be a penalty. I don't like this at all. And he's on a yellow too, so no penalty. Well, thank God for that. And apparently he didn't get another yellow. So Morales. Come on. Are you kidding me? Are there no players in that entire wall? I'm actually getting frustrated right now. So you have a line of players here. Look at all these players right here, and he just gets the perfect shot off. How is he not going to Arsenal? I mean, everyone. Ben Sweat's at a 6'10". McKenzie at a 6'2". He was an awful pickup. Figal at a 6-0. I know that's probably not how you say it, but still. It feels like it's a 6-0 game right now. Higuain's maybe open. Gets one back. I mean, of course, that's when that doesn't work. That was offsides. Fuck this game. hoping that still that big ass pass right there. There's Higuain's 19th of the season. Was that canceled? I got nothing. Now, the one thing I would like to see in this game is not my assistant coach saying, I think you should do this, this, or this. I would love to see a post-game setup where your assistant coach comes to you or your general manager or whomever and says, this is why I think you lost the game. Your players aren't good enough. You decided to go shorter passing instead of, route one. Things like that at full time at 4-1. Ow. Yeah, I'm like, oh, this fucking sucks. But I would love to see that post-game thing. I throw the water bottle. Really? I can't throw the water bottle and say I'm not happy with your performance. Jesus Christmas. So that definitely sucked. 4-1 loss. Not exactly what I was hoping for. My goal right now, pre-playoffs, I'm hoping that we stay in the playoffs in this round. I'm going to get you one of these home games. We have 4 home games in a row. I'm kind of thinking either the Fire or United, because DC is where I live, so that might be nice to bring you. And it doesn't have Rooney, so whew. And where are they? They are in 10th place right now. So might be a nice game to bring, especially after this shit game. Dude's got some serious ears going. But anyway, that's going to do it for me right now. I've got to see, can I bring in another midfielder? Kind of thinking of selling Pizarro. If you have any ideas, please let me know in the comments below and we'll see. I may not touch this until the weekend just to make sure. But anyway, that does it for me. As always, take care. Enjoy.